we close our eyes and we bring our focus to the center of our being. We draw it in. And we begin to relax. We begin to drink in the divine. There is a quote that we read today, and it says, selfishness is of the ego, but self-fullness is of the soul, because that is how God created it. Self-fullness. How wonderful that concept. I am filled up to overflowing with joy when I get in touch with the love that I am. When I open to that joy, all I want to do is extend it, to share it. In our reading today, we learned that the extension of God's being is the soul's only function. Its fullness cannot be contained any more than the fullness of its creator. And yet, why do I lose my joy sometimes? What would stop this joy? What would hold this extension back? And we read, you do not know your joy because you do not know your own self-fullness. Exclude any part of the kingdom from yourself, and you are not whole. That's it. Yes, my grievances, my misperceptions of who I am, who my brothers and sisters are, that block me from knowing my self-fullness. In reality, myself includes everyone, no one excluded. So this is my mantra today. Love created me like itself and holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and awakening in Him. Today I would wake to myself. I'm learning over and over that the self is total. It's totality. It includes all of my brothers. We read of this divine connection, this divine communion, not only in our reading today, but also in chapter 22 of the Course in Miracles. And here it is, this communion. The soul knows that the consciousness of all its brothers is included in its own, as it is included in God. From loving minds, there is no separation. And every thought in one brings gladness to the other, because they are the same. Joy is unlimited, because each shining thought of love extends its being and creates more of itself. There is no difference anywhere in it, for every thought is like itself. And thus the only way to have joy is to know my self-fullness, which is to know the unity of the kingdom with no one excluded. It is truly to know my brother as myself. And the only thing that would hold me back and block my joy is to keep the separation going by holding a grievance against my very self. When I block my light, I am unhappy, I'm in turmoil, I'm angry, and then I strike out. And so this is our prayer today. Father, Mother, God, I hear you whisper in my heart the echo of the Christ mind which spoke to us today. The kingdom is forever extending because it is in the mind of God. Being must be extended. That is how it retains the knowledge of itself. Be confident that you have not lost your identity and the extensions which maintain it in wholeness and peace. Your self-fullness is as boundless as God's. Like His, it extends forever and is in perfect peace. Its radiance is so intense that it creates in perfect joy, and only the whole can be born of its wholeness. And so it is. Amen.